Hey guys, I'm the Roleplay Gamer and I like to party. So just as I was starting to get bored with Elite Dangerous again, they've revealed some more information about the 2.2 update coming in October apparently, so it's not too far away. So we've got, such things as passenger ferrying, transport missions, which, you know what, I wasn't actually interested in those previously, but they might be exciting. Hey, it's one more thing to do in Elite Dangerous, and that's never a bad thing. But what we're going to talk about today, and what I am naturally most excited about, is fighters. Being able to purchase, launch, and fly fighters. Holy Christ. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of carriers in space. Battlestar Galactica and such. I don't know what it is about me. It just gets my juices flowing, gets me all like weird and inappropriate and kinky. It's beautiful. So the prospect of being able to launch our own fighters, and even just like not getting in one and just having it AI controlled, that's what I'm interested in. It's like getting this big ship with turrets and then, launch the Vipers and then they all come swarming out. So, we all know about that stuff. It seems that we're going to be able to launch a minimum of 2 fighters per fighter-capable ship. There has been some talk of 4, but it's like not confirmed. There seems to be a little bit of debate on Reddit as to whether or not that's actually the case. And there's also a little bit of confusion as to whether the fighter storage launch module is restricted to a class 7 slot or not. Some people have speculated that it is, based on the footage that we've seen so far. But then you've got the issue of the keelback not having, that bigger space. So I don't know, are they going to be different sizes, different, classes of ship launching module thing, whatever you want to call it? It'll be interesting to see, but that's all stuff we know. That's all stuff we know. In terms of, what I think of it, I'm, naturally I'm excited. I'm fucking excited. I'm brimming with something inappropriate. But I'm also I kind of expect them to be not very good. Because I can totally see that there's going to be a mentality, whether it's correct or not, that people with fighters shouldn't be able to beat people who are, just kitted out and fighting themselves. Does that make sense? So, like, if you load up your Cobra with all the hottest, fanciest weapons and shit, and you're a really good pilot, you shouldn't be taken out by the AI fighters, which, I can absolutely see that point of view, but man, don't rain on my parade. Come on. I would like to see, on the other hand, some kind of control from our ship or some kind of upgrade that we can, just something we can do to augment the ability of our fighters to make them a little more involved and give them, justify them in their superiority or at least equality against player pilots. I hope you understand what I mean there. But I fully expect them to not be that good. And if they are good at all, it's probably only going to be in a PvE setting. Disappointing, but I'm still glad that they're in there. On top of this, I've heard tell that there are going to be some more ships in this update, but again, that seems to be more rumor than anything else. And let me just quickly throw in a side point here. If there has been more information revealed as of, the watching of this video, keep in mind this was probably recorded before I saw that. So forgive any, any inaccuracies or just things that I don't know. But moving on now, and on the subject of new ships, I know many of us would like to see new ships that are catered directly to the new fighter module. So ships that perhaps aren't as offensively strong themselves, or maybe don't even have weapons at all, but perhaps they're quite tanky and they have a lot of space for fighters. That would be really cool, and that would open up this whole new way to play. At the moment, I am personally very dissatisfied with combat. It's not only where combat takes place, even when you're going to, planet rings, you're not really dodging asteroids because a lot of the combat takes place here above the asteroid plane. which is, it's a shame. It sort of takes the excitement of dodging things and ducking and weaving and using cover away from combat. I really, really like CQC, but I can never play because no one plays it. There's like no population playing CQC, but it's really good just because of the maps, because you're ducking and weaving, and you could be inches away from death, but you can hide behind a station or something, and you can actually escape, and you can come back and you can win the match. I've done that before. It's super exciting, and we need more of that in the main game. Also, I feel like lasers are kind of mandatory. You can't get away with not using lasers, one way or another, to take down shields at the very least, and just because they don't use ammo, so you never have to go and restock. But they also kind of lack punch. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they should increase their damage. I just feel like they're not very satisfying. They don't feel like they're very strong, regardless of their damage. It feels like a pea shooter. It's not great. So there are a few things that I'm not excited about with the way combat is at the moment. So I would love to see the fighters becoming this whole new weapon system that's completely viable. Again, you know my opinion on that. I think they're probably going to be underwhelming, at least at first. Lastly, there's been some talk floating around of AI crew. Now, I'm almost positive this applies only to fighters, but sweet Jesus, I would lose my fucking shit if they let us have an AI co-pilot, for example. That second seat is so goddamn lonely. That second seat in my Cobra, it's just like a slap in the face whenever I look over to it. It's like, bro, if I can't have a friend in there, give me a fucking computer in a human body. Do it. Just give me an ass to put in that seat. Anyway, guys, we'll wrap it up here. What do you think of the 2.2 reveals so far? What do you think about fighters specifically? If you've clicked on the video, I've got to assume that you may well be a fighter/carrier nut like myself. What's your favorite thing about fighters and carriers in sci-fi games and movies and TV shows? What do you hope they implement with these new fighters in 2.2? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. It needs love like everything does. Taste a game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out.